This year, Americans mark the 150th anniversary of the Civil War. In the months to come, there will be commemorations at major battlefields and remembrances of the great leaders who steered the nation through that perilous time. But the Civil War's legacy isn't just a matter of history. We live it every day. When the Civil War ended, all Americans, regardless of race, were finally united under the Declaration of Independence promise of equal rights for all. In the century and a half since the war concluded, our country has made remarkable progress in the field of civil rights. But just because the biggest fights for equality have been won doesn't mean the ones that remain are insignificant. Today, one of the few areas where government continues to enforce inequality is in America's public schools. In neighborhoods throughout the nation, your zip code can determine the quality of your children's education. And that means that poor and minority students often get trapped in failing schools that destroy their hopes for a better future. Last week, the House of Representatives attempted to right this wrong by passing a bill that would reinstate a voucher program for poor Washington, D.C. students. This program would allow a group of primarily Black and Hispanic children to escape Washington's failing and often violent schools. But in order to become law, the voucher program will have to overcome the opposition of President Obama and Democrats in the Senate. Despite their claims to be supporting the little guy, in this case, they're backing teachers' unions over poor students and betraying the promise of equal opportunity for all. Generations ago, the biggest foes of civil rights were those who stood outside schoolroom doors to keep students out. Today, the biggest foes are those who stand outside the same doors, trapping them inside. The fight for school choice is the greatest civil rights issue of our generation. The president and his allies should reconsider their position or be prepared to find themselves on the wrong side of history. That's this week's Freedom Minute.